Hello, babes. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. So, in today's video, I wanted to discuss Black women, their beauty, and the power of the pixie cut. So, let's get into it. Now, I wanted to discuss Black women and the beauty we embody when we enter our pixie cut era because there is something so powerful about that transformation. Cutting your hair has always been a form of self-expression for women, but when Black women cut their hair, there is often a deeper meaning behind it than simply, I just want something new. And sometimes it is I just want something new. But it feels intentional. There is a level of confidence and self-assurance that comes with it that I absolutely love witnessing. Now, for so long, society has tied femininity and beauty to long hair. So choosing to cut it can almost feel like making a statement saying, listen, I'm doing this for me. This is how I want to express myself. And if you don't understand it, well, that is not my business. That is for you to solve with your own self. But this decision is for me. It's bold, it's beautiful, and there is an undeniable confidence that comes with a Black woman embracing her short hair. Of course, we know and love the iconic beauties who have embodied this look. 90s legends like Nia Long, Halle Berry, and the Toni Braxton. These women wore their pixie cuts with such confidence, and I loved how the style highlighted their beautiful features. Their hair didn't take away from their femininity, it enhanced it. Now, there was, and unfortunately still is, this outdated mindset that a woman wearing her hair short somehow says something about her sexuality, or that short hair makes a woman less feminine. Okay, as if one, that should even matter, because who are you to say that a woman can express herself through her hairstyle, and why is her sexuality being questioned? And even if she does happen to be into women, why is that your business? And two, as if femininity is somehow determined by the length of someone's hair. I've never understood the need people have to make assumptions about how someone presents themselves through their fashion, beauty choices, or hair, and then somehow connect it to their sexuality. It is extremely weird. But women like Nia Long, Halle Berry, and Toni Braxton challenged that idea. They showed that a woman with short hair could still be incredibly sexy, glamorous, feminine, and confident. Their hair gave them a sense of freedom, and they carried themselves with an aura that showed beauty is not something that can be limited to one specific image. There is something so beautiful about watching a Black woman step into her confidence, especially when that confidence challenges what others expect from her. Confidence can be intimidating to people who are insecure because it reflects something they may not possess themselves. Sometimes people want you to shrink, question yourself, or stay within boundaries they created for you because, well, you're competition for them, although you don't even see them or even know that they have this competition going on with you. But there is nothing more powerful than someone deciding, I love myself and I'm going to express that, and honey, I'm going to look good while I do it. I honestly think every woman should cut her hair at least once just to experience that feeling. I cut my hair many years ago when I turned 18. I was in my experimenting phase. Honey, listen, I dyed my hair, bleached it, let it grow back out, and I was just exploring different versions of myself. But turning 18 felt like a new chapter, and I wanted to experience a version of myself that wasn't worried about what people thought or the obsession society has with hair length. Rihanna did her pixie cut again, but it was shorter, and I was like, oh my god, I love this length so much. I'm older now, I want to try something different, and I feel like just starting new and going into a new phase. I've always been someone who goes against the grain. I've never liked being told what to do or how I should express myself, rather, especially when it feels like someone is trying to control me without a real reason behind it. Now, honestly, that's probably the Taurus sun with an Aquarius moon in me. Because one thing you won't do is tell us what to do because you expect us to follow along. If something feels restrictive or like someone is trying to box us in, we naturally want to challenge it, and that is the type of person that I am and have always been. Of course, I wasn't disrespectful, but I would ask questions, and my parents definitely encouraged me to ask questions. But when I cut my hair, I remember feeling not only beautiful, but so free. It felt like I was stepping into myself and choosing something for me. I also remember the experience I had in the salon and how many Black women around me guided me through that process. They taught me how to maintain my hair, how to style it, how to curl it, how to experiment with color, what products to use so my hair wouldn't become damaged, and how to properly wrap and care for it. Because even though your hair is short, you still want to love it and take care of it. Now, when I told my mother I wanted to cut my hair, she took me to the salon I had been going to her with since I was a little girl. That experience meant so much to me because there was a sense of community and care behind it, and it was like full circle because my mother cut her hair, let it grow, the same things. I always watched my mother experiment with her hair, and she still does it till this day. Now, I know not every woman has had that type of salon experience, so being surrounded by Black women who encouraged me, educated me, and hyped me up made that moment even more special. And listen, the way Black women hype you up after a pixie cut is unmatched. I cannot explain the feeling and the yes, girl, and okay, come on, Pixie. It is just something, it is a language that we share with one another that cannot be described unless you are a Black woman, and it is beautiful. And it's also because many Black women understand the power behind cutting our hair. It's not just a physical transformation, it can feel spiritual as well. There is something about a pixie cut that allows your features to shine in a completely different way. Your face becomes the focus, your confidence becomes the accessory, and somehow a hairstyle that is considered low maintenance can make you feel even more glamorous and sexy. And don't even get me started on makeup with a pixie cut. Girl, the way your makeup just pops feels so different. Maybe it's because longer hair can sometimes become a part of the overall look, but with a pixie, your face and your features truly take center stage. Women like Tiana Taylor, Rihanna, and Megan Good have all shown as well how powerful a short haircut can be. They've reinvented themselves and reminded us that beauty does not only exist in long hair. There are so many ways to express femininity, confidence, and beauty. And long hair, mid-length hair is all beautiful. And I say that as someone with long hair now who has let their hair grow out after my pixie, even though I've done a bob and things in between. But pixie cuts are just so beautiful to me, and they don't really get as much love as people with longer hair. Black women have always had this incredible ability to tell stories through our hair. Hair is not just hair, it carries history, identity, creativity, and self-expression. A pixie cut can say, "This is what I want, this is how I choose to show up." Hollywood has often pushed the idea that long hair is the ultimate symbol of femininity, but that simply isn't true. Some of the most feminine, glamorous, and beautiful women we know have worn pixie cuts. And femininity is not something you lose because your hair is short. As a woman, you already have that innately. And speaking as someone who loves all things girly, cute, and hyper feminine, I know a pixie cut doesn't take away from that. You can love dresses, heels, pink colors, and all the girly, frilly, sparkly things, and all the feminine things while also rocking sneakers, a casual outfit, or that short haircut. You don't have to fit into one box. Even our girl Beyonce stepped into her Pixie era. She spoke about cutting her hair because she wanted to feel free. It wasn't necessarily about making a fashion statement or chasing an aesthetic. It was something much more personal. At that point in her life, she had become a mother. She was growing, evolving, and stepping into another version of herself. It felt like she was shedding expectations and allowing herself to simply be Beyonce on her own terms, which is something she expressed during her era of Beyonce, her self-titled album, the self-titled album that completely shifted the trajectory of her career. That era was Beyonce being fearless and bold as hell and saying, I don't give a damn anymore. She wasn't asking for permission anymore or trying to fit in anyone else's idea of perfection. Even though she didn't wear the Pixie for very long or make many public appearances with it, I always thought it represented freedom more than anything else. She was still just as beautiful, feminine, and captivating. If anything, the haircut reminded people that beauty was never in the length of her hair. It was in her presence. That's what I think a Pixie does for so many Black women. It isn't just a haircut. It can become the beginning of a new chapter, a physical reflection of an internal shift. Sometimes it marks healing, sometimes growth, sometimes letting go, and sometimes it's simply a woman choosing herself. There is something incredibly liberating about that. Now, if you're thinking about getting a Pixie, my advice is to do your research, finding an experienced hairstylist who understands cutting hair and your hair and knows how to create a Pixie that works for your face shape, texture, lifestyle, and personal style. Think about the color, the maintenance, and how you want to wear it before jumping in. And please don't let people who are consumed with male validation convince you that cutting your hair is quote unquote masculine or that it won't be attractive because someone else doesn't prefer it. Your beauty is not determined by whether someone else approves of your choices. If they don't like it, oh well, move it along. The experience is about you. It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone, discovering another side of yourself, and learning to appreciate the beauty you already have. You might discover that you love a pixie cut way more than any other hairstyle, or maybe you'll realize you're a bob girl. Either way, the most important thing is how it makes you feel. And there is something incredibly powerful about a woman choosing herself, and sometimes it's not even that deep. You just want to cut your hair because you know you're going to look good and you want something new. And with that being said, this video has come to an end. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hype the video and make sure your notification bells are turned on so that you always know when I upload. And now we'll catch you guys in the next one.